Welcome back, VC. Mark here. Welcome to Recent Vinyl Finds number 10. I have a bunch of stuff to show you. Some stuff from the Flea Market, the Goodwill, my local record shop, a couple garage sales, and of course my honey hole. So without further ado, I'm going to start. We'll start out with a couple in-store record promo posters. This is beat up, but I love it. It's Joni Mitchell. If I can get the whole thing in for you. Right then, BT Express. These cats have energy to burn. They're on fire. I'm going to hang those in the basement. Segue to some 45s. First one is Florence Flo Ballard, Love Ain't Love. This is a white label on ABC. Next one is by The Boyfriends, I Don't Want Nobody, I Want You. Kind of power pop punk from the early 80s. Gentle Sarah by Thomas F. Brown. This is on Vertigo, and it's a promo. This is a sleeve only. The Birds 8 Miles High. And on the back, it's why. The next one is by Big Sandy and the Fly Right Boys. Backdoor Dan, adult version, X-rated. And that's on High Tone. And the last one is Brown Mark from the Revolution, Next Time. Completes the 45s. I often just pick out albums from the honey hole that are $1. They're in great condition. A lot of them are blind buys. I played a couple from the last set I showed you that are absolutely phenomenal. First one is by JD, Come On In Love. Barry White produced this, wrote a lot of the songs. Super funky album. You have to listen to Jay's theme. It's the first song on the first side. Very, very James Brown, 1975. Just a great album. Give it a listen. And the next one is Charles Earland, Coming to You Live. All right, Marcus Miller is on bass or clavinet on almost all of these tracks. Again, a real kind of funk jazz album. All right, let's get serious with our vinyl. First album I found, Isaac Hayes' Hot Buttered Soul, sealed copy. 18-minute version of By the Time I Get to Phoenix. Let's see, 12 minutes worth of Walk On By. Great album. Lots of long, quiet passages where Isaac is kind of just speaking. It'll be nice to have a really, really quiet pressing, I hope. Anyway, super excited about that one. I found a couple more sealed albums. The next one is The Beetle That Time Forgot, Pete Best Band. These are just some early recordings of Pete and his band. This album is sealed as well. It's Beatles' First Movement. This is on Phoenix 10. These are early recordings of the Beatles in Hamburg with Pete Best. I actually own a copy that I had Pete Best autograph. And I also had him autograph Anthology 1. There were, I believe, 1 or 2 tracks that featured him on that set, which I thought was generous of the Beatles to include him. He finally got some Beatles money off of that. So that's kind of neat. And then a couple more Beatles albums. This is Rare Beatles. Another one on Phoenix Records. Just kind of early rock and roll. They're in beautiful condition. The next album is Off the Beatle Track, instrumental versions of the Beatles' big hits by George Martin and his orchestra. This is on C for Miles / Charlie Records. I believe this is out of the UK. Orchestral versions of a lot of the Beatles hits. The Best of the Beatles, sung by Motown's greatest stars. Lots of great covers on this album. Some of my favorite selections: Marvin Gaye, Yesterday, Hey Jude, The Temptations, We Can Work It Out, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, Imagine. Maybe not. Maybe you could have picked someone to cover that without a paper-thin voice. Mary Clayton, Keep Your Eye on the Sparrow. And this is a promo. You know Mary from the Rolling Stones, Give Me Shelter. That devastating background vocal, oh my God. They woke Mary up out of bed in the middle of the night to cut that track. It's just amazing. You have to check that out. The next one is Truth by Jeff Beck. This is the MoFi edition. I have number 2221 out of 5,000. That'll do it for the albums. I found this great box set. This is Roy Orbison, The Soul of Rock and Roll. Beautiful textured cover. Really well done CD box set. Came with these great postcards. What I'm assuming are drawings that Roy did in high school for possibly his yearbook. Kind of a real nice touch. This set has all his classics on it. Really nice booklet. Some great shots. All his sun sides. And I really like the presentation of the CDs. It's really cool. And his Gibson guitar. And I grabbed a couple of dollar finds at the Goodwill. In Excess, Welcome to Wherever You Are. The Pumpkins, Melancholy. You can never have enough copies of this album. This one's sealed, Brad Paisley, American Saturday Night. And this is Madonna. This is a first press. This jacket came in 2 or 3 colors, so whenever I see first pressings, I pick them up. And then I found this 2 CD set, Looking for My Baby, Soul Treasures from the Vaults of Amy, Mala, and Bell Records. This is on Sundays. They always do a really good job with their vinyl and their CDs. Their CD compilations sound great. Lots of rare gems in here. I have a few dollar albums from the Honey Hole. This is the original soundtrack album to Airport movie. I absolutely love the Decca label on this album. Next one is a promo copy of Rollin' Man, B. Lance. Nice gatefold. This is really unusual. I have not seen this before. This is Noah and the Flood, Igor Stravinsky. This is a 6i promo, but it's one-sided, which is kind of unusual. Again, I've not seen that before. I have quite a nice classical collection that I haven't shown you yet. This is a sealed copy of Wide Boy Awake. Looks like maybe a new wave band from the early 80s. I have no clue. This is a mini LP. Blondie, No Exit. Dead Ringer, Electrocution of the Heart. This is a stamped promo. The Pointer Sisters, Greatest Hits. Anthology, Diana Ross. Kid Creole and the Coconuts, The Sex of It. I think there's several copies down there. Client, Rock and Roll Machine. Patty Brooks, Our Ms. Brooks. Promo. Bobby Scott, Star. This is with the time strip. 2i Columbia. Hall & Oates, Out of Touch, 12-inch mix. Denise Williams, This Is Knee. Jeffrey Osborne, Stay With Me Tonight. Star Wars and Other Galactic Funk by Mecco. It's on Casablanca. Drew Hill. Ja Rule, Put It On Me. This is a sealed copy of Bud and Travis, Naturally, Folk Songs for the Present. This is on Liberty. And the last one, The Musician's Guide, Volume 1, a guided musical tour through the first album release on Elektra Musician Records. Freddie Hubbard, John McLaughlin, Charlie Parker, Stanley Clarke, Chick Corea, Lenny White. Lots of great jazz cats. This is a promo. Nice inner. I wanted to share with you some items from my record room. This is a box of postcards, and these are all punk, hardcore, alternative bands. Just go through a couple of them. So this one is Suicide, and on the front it gives the name of the album. So this was self-titled. The time of the album, 32 minutes 7 seconds. The label, Red Star. And the release, December 1977. And then on the postcard side, this gives a little blurb about the album. Excuse me, I need to take off my glasses. Suicide's raging animalistic sound was best experienced in a dark and dingy venue where Alan Vega could race into the crowd at any moment to sing, scream in your face. But for those who couldn't get there, the band's self-titled first album captures their heart-pounding energy just as well. I'll just go through a few. This one's for REM, Murmur. Husker Du. This one is for Zen Arcade. Quite a long album. 70 minutes, 23 seconds. Released on SST, July 1984. Zen Arcade is more of a post-punk opera than an album. The tracks tell a coming-of-age story about a boy trying to find himself in a harsh, unforgiving world. Minutemen. Oops. Television. Just lots of great bands. The Go-Betweens, Violent Femmes, Orange Juice, Mission of Burma, The Soft Boys, The Raincoats, Magazine, one of my favorites, The Sugar Cubes. Let's read that one. Life's Too Good, 33 minutes, 5 seconds, on One Little Indian, April 1988. Named after the band's primary food staple on tour, the Sugar Cubes not only injected a cheeriness into the post-punk genre, as evident by the neo-color palette of their first album, but also launched lead singer Bjork's career. Thanks again for tuning in. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Stay safe.